I've once again saved my progress. This time is improvedspacing.ai, not surprisingly inside the O8 type folder. And in this exercise, we're going to create a couple of custom paragraph styles that we're going to use to automate the formatting of the poem. So what I'd like you to do is go up to the window menu, choose the type command, and then choose paragraph styles. That ends up opening a couple of floating panels, one called Character Styles. The Character Styles panel allows you to save character-level formatting attributes, and that's it, which is great for repeating formatting attributes across single words inside of your documents. For example, you may want some words to be blue and bold, something along those lines. Paragraph styles, however, tend to be more powerful because they not only save character-level formatting attributes, but paragraph-level formatting attributes as well. Now, the fact that I have a floating panel is something of a problem, and it's because I didn't bother to add either character styles or paragraph styles to my column of icons that's associated with the one-on-one workspace. So let's remedy that oversight right now. I'll press Shift-Tab in order to bring back my right side panels, and I'm going to drag this dark bar at the top of the floating panels, and I'm going to drag it between the OT for OpenType and the I for Info. And I'm going to drop it in this position right there so that we can see a horizontal blue line. And I'll end up with two new icons. Then I'm going to click on Paragraph Styles in order to bring up the Paragraph Styles panel. And I'll press the T key to get my type tool, and I'll click in this line right there, the one that says My Chance Came a Week from Next Sunday. And we're going to create a new paragraph style by dropping down to this little page icon and Alt-clicking on it, or Option-clicking on the Mac. And Alt or Option clicking forces the display of the Paragraph Style Options dialog box, which gives you the opportunity to name your style. Otherwise, it gets named Paragraph Style 1, which doesn't do you any good. And I'm going to go ahead and call this style Large Standard. The reason being that this is a fairly large type size that we're employing so far. We're going to be applying a smaller type size to the second and third pages of our poem. Notice it contains automatically, just by virtue of the fact that I have this line of type active right now, Illustrator goes ahead and lifts all of the formatting attributes that are associated with that line of type and saves them off as this new style. So I'll click OK. That job's done. Now let's click in the first line of the second stanza of the poem. That is, but she had a boyfriend from Sweden. Click anywhere inside of that line of type. And then I want you to Alt-click or Option-click on that little page icon once again. And I'll go ahead and call this style Large First because we're talking about the first line in any given stanza. All right, now I'll click OK. Now we need to apply our styles to the type so that we create a link between the styles and the text that's formatted with those styles. So if we ever decide to modify the type, all we have to do is change the style and the text will update accordingly. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and press Control-A or Command-A on a Mac to select all of my text, and I'm going to click on Large Standard. Now, that could end up overriding that first line of the second stanza, but it doesn't do it. And the reason is because Illustrator's dead set, by default, on trying to maintain the original formatting of your text. So any differences it finds between the formatted text and your new style is represented by this little plus sign. So Illustrator is saying, well, I changed most things about your text, and I created a link, by the way, between them, but I went ahead and preserved any differences. If you want to wipe out the differences, then Alt-click or Option-click on that style name. And notice the style now reads Large Standard, no plus sign, and we just overrode the special paragraph spacing that was associated with the first line of the second stanza, which doesn't seem like a good idea, but it is a good idea because watch this. Now I'll click inside that first line of the second stanza, that is, but she had a boyfriend from Sweden, and I will click inside of Large First like so, and that goes ahead and assigns those formatting attributes. Then let's go ahead and format the rest of the first lines of the stanzas, that is, click inside Together They Made Quite a Couple, and select Large First. Now that's not going to make any difference on screen because this line of type happens to appear at the top of the second page. So then I want you to drop down to My Chance Came a Week from Next Sunday and click in Large First. That goes ahead and drops that text down. And then I'm going to click in this line, the one that says I chanced by her flat with a flower, and I will click inside of Large First to format it as well. And now I'll scroll over to the third artboard, and I'll click in That Morning on Facebook She Tweeted, and I'll select Large First, and I'll click in Well, Now I Sit Here in My Attic, something's wrong with that text, and click in Large First. And then finally, that's Now I Close Out My Limerick, and click in Large First as well. And you can see, at least theoretically, how that might simplify the application of formatting attributes. However, things get even better when you're trying to update the formatting of multiple styled paragraphs at a time, as we'll see in the next exercise.